Hello, welcome to this your channel, the band Eurofan. That's me. After the dynamic and outstanding performance brought to us by Carlos Higgins in last year's contest, reaching a honorable 6th place, Spain continues with its trajectory at the Junior contest, looking to keep consolidating and keep showing the young talent to the rest of Europe. Now we will take a look to the artist that will follow the steps of Carlos by carrying the Spanish color soundness. Let's go! For today's episode, I'm going to review the Spanish entry for Junior Eurovision 2023, which will be represented by singer Sandra Valero with the song Loviu, which is a linguistic deformation of the expression Loviu. We start by knowing a little more of this multifaceted girl that will have the task of representing the Iberian country on French soil. Sandra is 11 years old and comes from the city of Benetúser, located in eastern Spain, close to Valencia. She starts to sing being 4 years old, and currently she is not just a singer, but also an actress and a model. She was born in a family with close bonds to music, from her great-grandparents and her grandmother, to her uncle and her father, the latter ones being musicians and songwriters. This has influenced a lot in her musical career as a child artist. She has participated in the Spanish versions of the junior singing competitions Idol Kids and The Voice Kids. In fact, in the latter one, she has participated in the same season with Carlos Higgins last year. She has released songs written by her uncle. She took part on the Spanish adaptation of the musical The Bodyguard, and currently she plays the role of Mowgli from the Spanish adaptation of the Jungle Book in a local theater company. As you can see, this little girl has taken great advantage of her time with all the things she has done so far. Let's take a look on how is chosen to represent Spain at the Junior contest. Following the trend of previous years, the Spanish broadcaster will internally pick once again both the artist and the song that will represent Spain on French soil. Like last year, they launched an open submission for the Spanish child artists who wanted to take part in the selection process, but this time with more anticipation, opening the reception period from late last May and closing it by early last July. After the deadline, it was revealed that the broadcaster received a total of 114 candidates, meaning that there was an increase compared to last year. Then later, an expert panel will review to each one of the candidates, shortlisting 14 of them, which will advance us to the live auditions round. Shortly after the deadline, the broadcaster would announce that same month of July the selection of Sandra as the Spanish representative for the Junior contest, although it was pending to pick the song with which she will participate on this. They start to work immediately on the search for the song, with the goal of having enough time to select the right one, record it at the studio and also produce the music video. Then in last mid-September, it was announced the entry that will be performed by Sandra on the main stage of JESC, while the song will be officially premiered early this month and releasing the official music video a few days later. A track which is taking us in a geographic and linguistic journey. Now here comes the analysis according to what she has presented in her proposal. The melody is very cheerful and fun, which transmits you a really good vibe from beginning to end. Attached to this, Sandra's voice fits the song like a glove, with that sweet phrasing she does, which makes it absolutely catchy. Talking about the lyrics, it has been written in Spanish, by also adding the expression I love you in English, French, Italian and Portuguese during the chorus, giving an international and multilingual touch as I have commented before starting the review. Reading the lyrics in detail, it has a simple but entertaining topic. It describes all what a child which wants to discover the world would like to travel by many places, explore the nature, learn many languages, or have a big cake in a big castle. And if there are travel companions, much better indeed. for doing a big party every day if possible and have fun to the fullest. In this case, the song invites to the children to imagine, to drink without limits, to have aspirations in life, to have a good time. Because in the end, they are children, and they have to live that phase of their lives naturally and especially with much joy. I think that it is the most authentic and the most universal message definitely transmitted with the song. Having reviewed the song, now I'm going to analyze the official music video release for this proposal. At the beginning of the music video, you can notice it has an aesthetic that reminds to the 1990s, especially with the furniture and the items commonly seen during that time. First, Sandra is seen in what it seems to be her bedroom in the music video, while she starts to perform the song. There are different shots inside the bedroom. First, from her desktop, where she has a Coke panel with paper stick to it, and a glove, among many other things. Later, of herself laying down on the floor, in the middle of a toy circular railway, where an electric train is spinning around her, and herself swinging on a swing in the middle of clouds inside her bedroom, which is contrasted with a shot of the same swing but in the middle of real clouds, insinuating she was using her imagination. With the first verse in addition with the alternated scenes previously seen, there are more additional shots. A close-up of her watching many souvenirs from different cities around the world in a shelf, matching as well with the verse, and of herself singing with a karaoke microphone while she moves around all the bedroom. In some moments, Sandra takes a look through the lens of a microscope that is also inside the bedroom, and she sees herself imagining in the middle of a star constellation. During the chorus, the scene changes, with Sandra imagining herself wearing a turquoise suit, together with many backing singers and dancers wearing turquoise and orange suits, performing a dynamic and fun dance number in a sort of stage, alternating with some of the scenes from the bedroom. By the second verse, she imagines herself with the backing singers and dancers on a train, in allusion to the journey described during the verse, where they see many well-known touristic spots with much delight, like the Atomium in Brussels or the Eiffel Tower in Paris. All the previous scenes are still alternating, while they are still having fun inside the train, until there are additional shots during the second chorus. First, they are dressed like tourists, each one with a suitcase and the train behind of them, and doing a funny choreography with the suitcases. Another more shot of them dancing and jumping in a background of fireworks, and one more shot inside the train driven by Sandra, while the backing singers and dancers are having fun on the seats of the train. The dynamic remains quite similar during the bridge and the final chorus, combining all the previous scenes throughout the music video. Towards the end of it, Sandra is seen once again in her desktop like in the beginning, checking out a notebook with crowd pictures framed by her. In one of the pages there is a frame with the Eiffel Tower in Paris, in another reference to the Gallic country, as well as the City of Arts and Sciences in Valencia, in a reference from her place of origin. And later in another page, there are two elements briefly seen which gets our attention. The phrase in Spanish "a por Niza", which in English translates in context as "going for Nice", and a map of France which has the location of the coastal city, with the Spanish phrase "Niza próximo destino", which in English translates as "Nice next destination", in a clear allusion to her next Eurovision adventure, to later close the notebook and finish the performance. Making a summary of the comments, the Spanish entry for this year is an authentic bop. It is a proposal in which I cannot see any failure and is pretty well polished. But beyond that, I can also specially remark that it is the most childish one of all the entries the Iberian country has sent during these recent years, after many proposals more oriented to a younger audience. For me, it has all the answers for becoming the winner of this edition. It is true that we have not seen a live performance of the song from her, to have an idea of what we could expect at the Junior contest. but taking into account all we have seen and listened so far, the staging on this will come loaded with full energy and with a lot of charisma for sure. It is known that the backing singers and dancers will not join her at the stage this time. The broadcaster has appointed to another group of child dancers to work in a different choreography as it has been revealed, so the staging will be different from the music video. Knowing this beforehand, there is full expectation on how they will transmit this proposal, but for now we keep waiting until she gets her turn to be on the main stage on next November. And you, what do you think about the Spanish entry for this year? Come on and leave your comments down below. I'm sure the discussion is going to be really interesting. And this is it for today's episode. Thanks for reaching to the end of this video. I hope it was of your taste and give a like. And also I invite you to subscribe to my channel, enable notifications and follow me through my social media. Take care and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.